Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me here this morning as we release the May 2025 SweetMissDaisy Designs products. I am really excited to be sharing this with you. They are designs that are really close to my heart, and I'm excited to not only be sharing them with you so that I can share the projects that I've made, but so that I can more importantly see the projects that you make, because that is a wonderful thing for me. So thank you so much for joining me here today. I'll remind you too that in the video description box down below there are links to the design team members' social media pages. Check out the super cute samples that they made for this month's release. So let's go ahead and get started. We have two themes this month and a little bit of an add-on. So I'm going to start with that one first, the little add-on that's kind of separate. And that is this stamp set here. It's called Handmade by, and it is a 4x5" stamp set, and which is like most of my others. And it incorporates a couple of things that have been requested several times from you. One is the bee from my logo design. So you can see the bee here on my logo, and then of course the flower as well. So I've designed this stamp set with those two items in mind, and then also added a couple of other things in here too to kind of round the images out in this particular set. So we are doing somewhat of a birthday theme this month. So in this set I used this cute chick with a great big birthday hat on, and of course there's a balloon in his wing. I almost said hand. And then I added a mug that's filled with paintbrushes and markers and pencils. So that's real cute, not only on the back of your cards like a Hallmark, but it makes for a real cute card too on the front. There, of course, is the flower for my design, or my logo. And then the sentiments in here read, "Handmade especially for you." There's a little sketchy heart. I had a little extra room there. And then "Handmade by, one of a kind, just like you. And this card is to celebrate you. I hope you love it." And that makes a really great sentiment on the front, the inside, and on the back. So I love this set, and I used it a whole bunch as I was making the samples for this month. So but that is the set called Handmade by. And so that's our first set for the month of May. And I think what I'm going to do is show you the samples that I made as I go through the release so that you can see the projects that I've done using the new images. So first up, I have this cute card using the Handmade by stamp set with that fun chick with the big birthday hat, and of course there is the sentiment, so you can see it on the front of a card. And then on the bottom of this card I actually used the little swirls from the background set, the small background set, which is this one, and this released last month. So I did restock this. It did sell out, but it is back in stock, so if that is one that you missed out on, it's available now. But you can see, hopefully, it's kind of dark, I did stamp it just at the bottom a couple of times with those little swirls. So real cute. And then this card, of course, uses the same image and sentiment. I was just on a roll with this particular image and sentiment one night. So I made this fun card, kind of in a red, white, and blue theme. And then this paper here, this is a sneak peek for another product that's releasing this month that we'll get to shortly. So there's that. This card is blank on the inside. Let's see. Oh, on this, the back of this card, I stamped the flower slightly off of the paper and colored it with colored pencils, and then stamped "Handmade especially for you" from that stamp set. I think the inside's blank. Yeah. And then the back of this card just has "Handmade especially for you." So there's that cute card. And then I had to use the chick again, and just colored it in different colors and used the same sentiment. And then this paper is from the Buzz collection that released last month, and it looks like this. And it also sold out, but I did restock it as well. So it's in the shop again. And then this inside's blank. And then the back of this one, I used the cute little bee and then signed my name. And this bee is colored with colored pencil. So I think that turned out real cute. And then finally, the last card that I made, I had to pull out a different image from the set and use this cute mug set. And I put it on a piece of watercolor paper behind one of my old Impression Obsession frame dies. So I think that filled the card really nicely. And then this paper is from the Home collection, which looks like, oh, here it is. I was gonna say, which looks like I don't have one up here, but I guess I do. So that's what that collection looks like. And of course it's the blue piece of paper down here. So real cute. And that is also in stock, just so you know. And then inside this one, I stamped One of a Kind, just like you, and used that cute little sketchy heart in red ink. And then in the back, I stamped the flower and I colored it with colored pencils. And then I stamped Handmade especially for you. And, you know, I would sign my name here too when I'm ready to send it. So there are those cards that I made with the first set, which is again called Handmade by. Here, I'll put this over here so it doesn't blind you with that reflection. All right, so next up we have a chicken theme, and this was the chicken that I kind of sneak peeked when SweetMissDaisy Designs was first launched. It is the chicken that is on the front of my business card, or my thank you for your order card. See him down here at the bottom? It's the same chicken, or very similar anyway. So those of you who were expecting the chicken to be released in January, you had to wait until May. But I hope it was worth the wait. And it is an adorable stamp set. It's a 4x4 stamp set, so it's a little bit smaller than the previous one. But of course, it has the fun chicken. There's actually 2 smiles in this stamp set. This one here in the middle of the flower is actually a separate stamp from the flowers. So when you take it off of the carrier sheet, that little smiley face will be separate from the flower. And then of course there's this sweet little face up here in the corner too. And then the sentiments in this set are hope you have a beautiful day. And I did add the cute little ties to the ends of my letters. And then this one says thinking of you. And then this is hello. So I love this set. And this one is called Roo, R-O-O, Roo, like rooster, but Roo. So that is this set, and I love it so much. And then, because I just love Roo so much, I decided that SweetMissDaisy Designs needed to have a sticker or 2. So I designed custom stickers that are going to be available in the shop. And this is the first one, and it is Roo, and it's approximately 3 inches by 3 inches. And it's a sticker that you can use on your automobile windows. You could use it on your computer laptop cases. You can use it on your iPad cases. You can use it on your hiking mugs, your you know, your drinking mugs, anything like that. So, or you can just stick it on your desk and have a cute Roo sticker there to greet you as you craft. So I love this little guy, and I think he is so cute. So there's the sticker. And we also have the chicken wire paper collection releasing this month. And this is one that I did previously at Impression Obsession. But I think I took out... I think I changed the colors slightly, if I remember correctly. I did this a long time ago, so, but I think I changed the color slightly because I don't think this bright turquoise was in the Impression Obsession collection. And I think these colors are slightly different too. So anywho, that is a whole lot of things to say that if you did purchase this previously, the colors are slightly different. So there's a beautiful brick red, and on the back is that beautiful turquoise, and it is so pretty. And then there's a lighter red, and the back of that one is a gorgeous blue. Then there's orange, and the back of orange is purple. It's more of a fuchsia, and it's so pretty. Then there's like a gosh, I don't know what you call this, kind of almost a yellow ochre, but more of a green tint, maybe a yellow green. And the back of it is this gorgeous purple. So pretty. And then there's olive green, and the back of it is brown. And then the back of this beautiful sage green is black, almost a charcoal color. So with, of course, the gray chicken wire. So that's the chicken wire collection, and it's one of my favorites. It was always sold out at Impression Obsession, so I was happy to be able to bring it back with SweetMissDaisy Designs. So that is the chicken wire collection. And of course, I had to release chicken wire paper with the Roo. So I love this collection. I think it is so fun. So let's go ahead and set this here. Hopefully it's not too much of a glare for you. Yeah. And let's take a look at the samples that I made using the Roo stamp set. They are really fun. Let's see, which one do I want to start with? I think I'll start with this one. Okay, so this one is made with the bee background paper again, that Buzz collection that released last month. That's where this gray plaid came from, with the bees on it. And of course I stamped the Rue on watercolor paper, and this time I wanted to paint it like a hen. So she's got purple overalls on, and she's got a brighter pink comb, a pretty orange and yellow polka dot scarf, and her overalls actually have like a I don't know, like a grid pattern to them, almost like they are gingham or plaid. So they're real cute. And then you can see how I use the little squinty eyes or closed eye smile on the sunflower. And then the dies that I used were some of my older Impression Obsession dies that are no longer available, unfortunately, but if you have them in your stash, of course, use them. And then on the inside, I stamped Thinking of You, and that's actually on the front as well, my boo-boo. And then on the back, I stamped that cute bee from the Handmade by set and signed my name. So I think this makes the cutest cards. The next one I'll share with you is this one, and of course I used the Rue stamp again. Here I used the different face that's in the stamp set, and I used the Hello sentiment. And of course I used some of that chicken wire paper and chose that blue color that's so pretty. And of course, all my cards have a really nice spritz of glitter, so they're sparkly. And then on the inside of this one, I stamped Hope You Have a Beautiful Day. And on the back, I stamped One of a Kind Just Like You, and I used the mug so that you can see what that looks like when it's used on the back of a card. And you could color it nice and fun, or you can just leave it black and white. You could stamp it in brown. You could do whatever your little heart desires, of course. You don't have to color it in, but I think Rue is just adorable. And then the last sample I have using Rue is this one. And again, I stamped it on watercolor paper and painted it in. And look at his fun turquoise overalls. Wouldn't those be fun to have? And of course, he's got actual brass buttons on his overalls. The paper in the background here, again, is from that Buzz collection. And I thought it was real cute with that honey-colored yellow and those little bees zinging around the sunflower. The inside, again, is Hope You Have a Beautiful Day, and the back, I just used the extra piece of that paper that I had handy. So those are my 3 Rue cards, and I hope you love Rue as much as I do. I'm so excited to have him as a stamp now. So I've always wanted to have him as a stamp, and when I designed my thank you for your order card for January, I put him on there, and I thought, gosh, he really does need to be a stamp. So at first he was just going to be here on my little order card, but he had to be a stamp. So that is Rue, and I hope you love him as much as I do. And then the last set of products that we have are frog themed. And for the month of May, I not only wanted to do a little bit of a birthday theme, so you'll see a little bit of a hint to birthdays in the frog sets that I have to share with you, but also because my mom loved frogs and May was her birthday month. So that's why we went with frogs in May and somewhat of a birthday theme. So first up for the frog theme, of course, is a sticker. And when I drew this little frog, I knew it had to be on more things than just a stamp set. So this little guy got to be a sticker as well. This one is also approximately 3 by 3, and it's a vinyl sticker, and you can use it on your car windows, you can use it on your water containers, all the places, anywhere you'd like, or just stick it to your wall. Put it on a bulletin board. He's cute as can be. So there he is. And then we have a new notepad this month, and I love this one too. So I really popped the colors on this one to give it lots of beautiful blues and greens. And I think this one turned out so fun. Again, it is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it fits perfectly inside a handmade card without having to fold the paper. And it has little lines on here, and then you get 48 sheets in the notepad that is glued up at the top for convenience. So that is the notepad, and here you can see all the beautiful pages. And I just think he is so cute. So see, once I drew him as on the notepad or on the stamp set, which you'll see, I knew he had to be on something else. So out came the stickers. So there's the notepad and the stickers, and I think the little dragonfly up here in the top, I think he's really cute too. So, but really, really cute. So I hope you guys love this. And then I have a new paper collection being released. This is brand new to SweetMissDaisy Designs, never before released. And it is called Ribbit. There's the cover sheet. And of course, this is 6x6 paper, like all my previously released designs. And it is so fun. The design team members have made some super cute cards using this collection this month. And I'm really, really pleased with how it turned out. So here's a cute little tossed frogs sheet. There's little flies in here, and you can see in the background, there's like little waves of water. I love this sheet. And then on the back of that sheet are all these words that are actually words that have to do with frogs. So it says things like eating flies, totally fun, ribbit, croak, splash, chirp, hop, glub, sploosh, swim in the water, ribbit, croak, all kinds of stuff in here. So, but they all have things to do with frogs. Swimming in the water, totally fun. I love that sheet. And it's a very pretty butter yellow. So that's the first sheet. And then we have this sheet, which is little tiny imperfect polka dots, if you will. And then the back of that sheet is these fun dragonflies. Let's see if I can get these sorted a little better. So it's just a tossed dragonfly pattern. And you can see in the background are some little dragonfly trails. And then there's intermixed with flies, because you know, when you've got frogs, you must have flies. Then there is the cattails sheet, and it has the fun buzz trails collection, or buzz trails behind the cattails as well. And then the back of the cattails are brown polka dots. I love this print. I've used this similar design in some of my other collections as well. Like, I think it's in maybe the citrus collection and maybe in the monster color series, maybe. And then here is this fun stripe. I love this. It reminds me of a 1970s t-shirt or pants. And then there are the snails, the tossed snails. Aren't they cute? I love it. I love it. I love it. And then there are these cute little dragonflies and clouds, and they're flying in a background sky of gingham, which, hello, that would be fun. And then the back of that sheet is green, and it's kind of an artistic impression lily pad. You can see it's almost kind of like a wagon wheel, but it's my idea of lily pads. And then the last sheet in it is this green gingham. And then we have a blue water scene with flies. So I really like this sheet too. So I think it's really fun. So that is the new collection called Ribbit. And I love it. I got some really great feedback from Jeanne on the design team. She really loved this paper collection too. So I think it's going to be a real big hit, and hope you love it too. So there's that. And then the last product I have for the month of May that's new this month is the stamp set called Unforgettable. And it is it's the first 4x6 stamp set that I've released. So it's slightly longer than my other 4x5s. And I just wanted to make a little bit more room for some of these images. So we've got down here, of course, the adorable frog, which is the same frog that's on the sticker. Of course, the sticker's bigger, but you get the idea. And it's the same frog that is on the notepad. So I think that's a cute little trio of frogs. And then this snail is in here as well. I love drawing snails, so I wanted to add a snail in here. There's a star and a birthday balloon that you can use. There's the little flies that you can stamp. There is this cute frog that has got his little hands up in the air like he's jumping out of the water and saying surprise or happy birthday. There's a birthday hat that you can stamp and use on both frogs. And then, of course, the cutest little dragonfly. The sentiments in this set are, I've been told you're having a birthday. Totally fun. Totally fun. And I did have help with that. I did have a different sentiment in this set, and my aunt suggested a different one, and she suggested this one here. So that is her addition. And then this last sentiment here is wishing you a riveting and unforgettable birthday. And I love that. So that is the Unforgettable stamp set. And something you might see when you order this stamp set on the back, I added this special little chicken here to the packaging. So he's only on this packaging so far. So that is the Unforgettable set, and I love it. I think it is so fun and want to share it with you and see all the fun frog-themed cards that you make. So let's take a look at the ones that I made. So first up, I have this one. I used a couple of sheets from the Ribbit collection and then stamped the frog and the sentiment on watercolor paper and painted him up and gave it a little spritz of glitter so it's kind of sparkly. So I think that one turned out real cute. And then totally fun on the inside. And I did stamp the flies as well. And then on the back, I used Handmade especially for you, and that came from the Handmade by set, of course. And then a little piece of paper from the collection on the back there. So I think he is so cute. And then using the similar layout, I did this card, but using the other frog and the balloon. And then, of course, wishing you a riveting and unforgettable birthday. And this is the lily pad paper. That's from the Ribbit collection. Once I had the balloon stamped here, I just used a black marker to draw a couple loops around his finger and then to draw the little balloon tail. But other than that, I think it's adorable. So cute. And inside, again, I did totally fun. And on the back of this one, I stamped the dragonfly and one of a kind, just like you. One of a kind, just like you is from the Handmade by set. And of course, the dragonfly is from the Unforgettable set. This little bee trail here, or dragonfly trail, is actually from the Gigi stamp set. So if you ordered that one last month, pull this one out and use it with your dragonflies as well. So that's a good hint for you. And also there was an Easter set, I think it's Potted Bunny, that had a couple of butterflies in it. This works really great with those two butterflies in that stamp set too. So there's that cute card. Then I did a shaped card. I did a circle card with a scalloped edge and stamped the happy frog with a birthday hat on, and then he's got a dragonfly friend, and you can see I used that little trail again from the Gigi stamp set. And then here I actually drew just a little teeny tiny line up here, and then drew a small line here under the chin and added a little bow so it's like the birthday hat is being held on to the frog, and then stamped totally fun on a piece of watercolor paper and popped it up there a little bit. And then you can see this one I splashed with silver watercolor paint, and so it looks like he's just splashing all the water around in the pond. So I think that turned out fun. And then on the inside I've been told you're having a birthday. And then on the back I did Handmade by with the bee and then just signed my name. And this is real cute. You just score the top and glue the two pieces together, and then you can stand it up just like a regular card once you have that score at the top. So you can really turn any shape into a card just by die cutting it twice and then scoring the back of one of the pieces and gluing just the top there together. So really cute and easy. And then the last card that I have to share with you is this card, and I think this one might be my favorite. I of course used the adorable frog, and I stamped lots of flies around this one. I used a piece of paper here on the background, and this is just a single piece of paper. It's like a quarter sheet instead of being a folding card like this, you know, having a full half sheet. This is just a quarter sheet, and it's fancy. It actually opens up like this and has the sentiment in there. So all I did was added a little paper hinge there to place my scalloped layer over this the circle on the inside. So super easy. And then on the back I stamped the snail, totally fun, and he has a little slime trail there with him too. So those are my fun samples for the Unforgettable set, and using some of the paper collections. This of course I think might be my favorite product from the release. I just love this little sticker, and he's going to be on my Jeep, and he's going to be on my water bottle, and he's going to be maybe even on the back of my phone. So I love him. But anyways, thank you so much for joining. Again, please visit the social media links for the design team members and see their beautiful projects that they've made. They always make such wonderful things with SweetMissDaisy Designs products, and I'm always just so impressed with the quality of their samples and inspiration. So please check them out. And let's see, where's my create? Here we go. Here is this fun card as well. So that's what I have to share with you this month. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you love the products this month. I was really excited to put these two themes together for you and share them with you. And obviously you can see I had a lot of fun making samples for you as well. So please check out the sweetmissdaisy.etsy.com shop for all these new products. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be not only answering this chat while this video is premiered, but also you can just leave a comment on this video and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. So thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.